These days it's all about connectivity. And when it comes to a trusted device expert, I have got Mark in the studio with me today from Phone Hut in Alice Springs. Good to have you, mate. Thanks for taking the time to drop in today.
Thanks for having me.
Amongst some of the things that you do, phone repairs would be, of course, one of them, and come with phone repairs, screen replacement and the like. Water damage repairs, is that right?
Yeah, so we do water damage assessments. So people bring devices in, and mistakes happen, they get dropped, and people bring them in. We normally just we heat them up, do an assessment on them, check inside. And with water damage, it's one of those things that it could be 50-50 either way. Sometimes it is, if the damage is on the part side, we can replace it. Sometimes it's, unfortunately, water and electronics aren't the best mix.
Exactly. I'm still surprised that in 2026 we still haven't got a waterproof phone from one of the manufacturers.
Yeah, when they come out of the thing, they're pretty watertight thing. But as soon as you bump, knocks, heats, little things happen, it can get in, and then it's just kind of one of the things where it's still a little way to go, but they're getting better than what they used to be for sure.
I'd seen a gimmick years ago, and I don't know if it was just that, a gimmick where you would be able to purchase a product, secondary, like an aftermarket product, that was almost like a 3M spray. Have you heard about something like that? Was that a gimmick?
They had it for a while, like a liquid glass thing.
Yes, it was almost like a ceramic coating for cars' paint jobs, but it was for the interior of your phone or the electronic components of your phone, which would give some degree of water repellence.
No, I don't think we'll ever went where it went.
It's certainly not the mainstream, so it must have been just a bit of a gimmick. Look, one of the biggest things I think people could be concerned with when it comes to their phones and other such devices is how much of their own personal information, and not just personal information, but general information. It's like your whole life is now in the palm of your hands. So when it comes to data recovery, now that's a big issue. So do you get a lot of that in your shop from time to time?
We get a bit of data recovery. Obviously, like when it comes down to things like when the severe damage, like phones full of cars, or get severely damaged or water damage, stuff like that. Sometimes there's certain parts in the phone which are too damaged to be able to be a functioning phone. But we do go through, replace parts and accessories to try to at least get it to function for a period of time to recover data. So we just did one recently, just the other day, was a water damaged device, and a lot of parts wouldn't work, but we managed to bring it to life just to get their photos and contacts and information off, to be able to transfer it to another device, which we also sell brand new iPhones, brand new Samsungs, and refurbished and Telstra devices.
And I imagine you also, with each of these items and these devices, the batteries that come with them.
Yeah.
MacBook. Are they still out and about? Are they current?
Yeah, we're
very
full.
Much so.
Yeah, we're full Apple reseller. So we sell, like I said, brand new iPhones, MacBooks, iPads, Apple TVs, pencils, pretty much AirPods. We sell the full range of Apple, brand new. MacBooks are still popular. Apple have recently released a thing called MacBook Neo, which is basically a new entry level into MacBooks, and it's basically you get into $899. You get yourself into a brand new MacBook.
Wow.
So they're really good. So they're great for students who just need to study, like people who just do emails, documents. Also, these days, a lot of these stuff you do is online cloud, which doesn't require a lot of power on the MacBook. It just needs access to it. To get a brand new MacBook with all the software everything included, and for $899, it's a really good deal.
Where do your walk-in laptop start at? Like for your budget conscious, and you're not talking about a laptop that needs to run a satellite out of Pine Gap.
Yeah.
We're talking about something that, just to pass over. I got a laptop, for example, with a busted screen. It is so old that I have to have my actual power device plugged into it because the battery is so gone, it's well past its useful life. But I still want all of my information from that laptop brought onto another machine. And it's mostly photos and videos and memories and things like that. So, where do we walk in as far as an off-the-street price item for as far as a laptop of what brand? I don't know. Where do we start at?
Well, we focus on the Apple. We just do Apple laptops at Phone Hut. So, and that's the one I said before. That MacBook Neo is the entry point now. Entry point. Then you have your Air, and then you have your Pro. So there are 3 different levels. Right. So it depends on the Pros are great for people who are doing music production, video production, like high end stuff. Airs is a good one in between.
Creators for YouTube
content creators
like that. And that little one will do that job.
Fantastic. Sure. Apple specialize. They're so good. They specialize in creating music and arts and stuff. That's what they're so good at. And the Airs are kind of in between, but the Neos are really great because it's for the people who quite often just needed the basic stuff, but they're still very powerful machines, but you're not having to start at like $1,600 or something like that.
Let's talk a little bit about when you want to get rid of your phone, or you want to trade in or trade up, or maybe you want to sell the one you've got. I think the term is called forensic cleans, is that right?
Yes.
Forensic phone cleans. What does that entail, Mark?
So we do like forensic cleans and stuff here. So basically what happens these days, unfortunately, the way the world is that there's a lot of scams. There is a lot of like malware apps and stuff for that out there. So we do we've seen a lot more, getting increasing numbers of them. We get a lot more people coming into it, where we go through whether we do a forensic clean where the customer has been either scammed, whether they've received a phone call or clicked on a text message, or they've answered that. And so we do a forensic clean on that, and we do those unfortunately on a regular basis. We also do things like malware cleans where people have installed applications and
in there is a virus,
and there's like, it's just malware, and then it's saying there's a virus on it, and then what happens is that they can't, it basically makes it almost useless to use the phone because ads are continuously popping up, ad after ad. So we see a lot of that. We see that every day. So you can bring those into us, and we do like a malware clean, which is a little bit different to a scam forensic clean. It's a malware clean where we go through and we remove all the apps that are causing problems. We go through, we check to make sure there's nothing else popping up, there's nothing else in your history.
Can you install a virus protection system in the phones as well, or is that from a different level?
Virus protection is not as useful with these sort of things as it used to be. Nowadays with the apps, like the malware apps are just like, is where you go into like Play Store and you install an app, like for example, like a PDF scanner or a QR scanner, and it looks great, but you install it and you go, I recommend it install, and then the recommend install says, we recommend you to install this application, this browser, and then the app will start throwing up saying you have a virus, you have issues, you need to download this other app, and then people download these other apps.
It's sort of like a cascading effect.
And suddenly people are downloading virus cleaners, boosters, all this stuff, and they're the ones causing the problem, and they're trying to sell you something to fix the problem they've created. So we remove all those sort of stuff.
Let's give you a sickness, and then you can buy the medicine from me to get better from it.
Pretty much, and it never works.
As we wrap things up, people more and more these days I see using their phones to pay for things, right?
Yep.
And is that safe?
It is. I feel it's safe. I personally, myself, I have
it like it's like a swipe card.
Yeah, it's like a swipe card. And the benefit, I have it all on my phone here. The benefit, if I have my wallet and I lose my wallet, they can grab the card and start tapping and using the card and to replace the cards. But on my phone, unless you have a Face ID and passcode, you can't use it. So if I lose my phone, I just lose my phone. I don't have to lose all my cards and stuff like that. I don't have to replace my cards. I don't have to stress about someone going around tapping and using all my cards because it's on my phone. And the security on, like, for example, I'm an Apple user, but the security on the Apple Pay and in the like Samsung Pay stuff is very, very tight. And they're generally pretty secure. Yeah.
So basically what we're saying here is that it's a brave new world. And at the end of the day, we use our phones. And I know people in our age group, in my particular age group and generation, and even older than me, who are as much got their noses buried in their devices these days as the young ones. There's no more of this, these young people today, all they've got is a... Mate, I've seen you, dude. I've seen you in your 70s and 80s there. You're having a go at the kids for smoking their USB sticks.
Yeah.
Right? But there you are in your phone as well. Mate, everyone's into it. But, and I think the thing to remember is with the Phone Hut, you can go there and get some really good local advice from locals who know your particular requirements for your phone and make navigating the use of your phone, and most importantly, how to stay safe on your phone, because it's all well and good to pick up a device and start using it.
Yep.
But, buyer beware. To a lot of extent, you get your phone and then where you take it from there, and you get these RF card holders and stuff like that, because people can swipe cards now these days using sorts of nefarious devices, get your information from it. How secure is your phone, do you know? Maybe go and see Mark and the crew at Phone Hut and get them to have a little bit of a look over your phone, and they can probably tell you a thing or two that you didn't even know was the case. And by the way, if you don't have an iPhone, well, you still look, like you said,
we just do all phones.
All smartphones,
all
right?
smartphones, any phone. So when we get a lot of people who come into us who just come in and go, I've received this email, or even called us and go, I've received an email or text and it's saying this, is it a scam or not? And we generally say, no, we definitely it's a scam, or don't think it. And we don't mind if you want to give us a call or you want to come in and just say, and just ask, what's your opinion on this? And we're happy just to help you and guide you because we don't want you to fall into that trap.
And that's obligation free.
Yeah, obligation free.
Oh, thank you, mate. That's really good. That's going to give a lot of my listeners the peace of mind that they need to know that they're not going to look like idiots or they'll feel like they're going to be looking a bit stupid, a bit red-faced and embarrassed by it all. Don't be, because this is your security. This is your life. Your whole life revolves around these days in your phone.
Yeah.
I mean, I often wonder, how the hell can I get on an airplane without my phone?
Yeah, exactly.
These days.
And the things that they did like a study in England where if you took the top 50 things that people do on their phones that you used to have to carry around with you, like a camera and alarm clock and that, it's like 76 kilos of stuff you carry around in 500 grams.
Shut up, really?
It's crazy.
Somebody once told me, they go, the phone is actually not a phone, it's an app.
Yeah.
Your phone is a computer. The phone is just an addition to that, and it's an ability to use that computer as a phone, as opposed to the other way around.
Yeah, and touching on also on like the people feeling bad about like scams, stuff like that. It's one of the things where these days with AI and computer systems, now it's so much easier. The scams are getting a lot more refined.
Oh, aren't they getting?
And they get so much refined,
clever.
and they're getting very, very good,
very slick.
So we know you should never feel bad about it because they are getting so good these days and they're very hard to tell sometimes. So ask for sure. Never feel bad about it.
It's been an absolute joy chatting to you today, Mark. Thank you for making yourself available, as well as your Bugwana over there, Hunter Musk.
Yep.
And well, he is the biggest supporter of Elon's toys that I've ever met. No, Hunter and the rest of the team, Mark and the crew, both Alice Jaker and, of course, the Phone Hut, a combined entity, a local business, locals that you can go and see face to face, talk over a counter, and trust. Most importantly, the Phone Hut, once more located just in the same complex as McDonald's over there, next door to Alice Jaker. And by the way, on the phone.
Yep. So you contact us on 0889533663.
Easy as that. Or drop in over there next to McDonald's in Alice Springs. The Phone Hut and Alicetronics, JCar, the place to be when it comes to all things communique. Have a great day, Mark.
Thanks for having me.